So, last time I played D&D with some friends, I'm a Dragonborn Paladin, level 1 right now because it's really early in the campaign. And I had a great sword, and we were going to kill these goblins that were asleep, but it was like pitch black, so I couldn't see. Which would give me disadvantage, but because they were asleep, I had advantage, so they just canceled each other out. And I rolled a nat 1, which meant as I swung my sword, it got stuck in the ceiling instead of hitting the guy. No, I take it back. The first guy, I missed completely, but broke his bed. The second guy I tried to kill, my sword got stuck in the ceiling, and as I pulled the sword out to try to slash it down, it caused the entire ceiling to cave in, missing everybody but me. And I almost died.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Spyro 2. Were you saying something, Andrew?
Huh?
What about Clank here?
This insurrection from the farm has got quite out of hand. We need someone to restore order. Find the inventor droid. He's been working on something big.
Sound like he said find the inventor's droid.
And thus continues Spyro's journey into being a chaotic neutral, helping two sides of the same war. He doesn't give a frick.
Doesn't that kind of look like almost like an early design Clank?
Sure. I like his antennae that are like hair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking last time we came here. So anyway, I got kind of a new setup here, quote unquote new.
I have a dog here.
Well, it's our dog. We got share. We got share responsibilities. So anyway,
probably hear him snoring in the background.
Yeah, most likely. Maybe if you listen hard enough, but he was snoring really loudly last night. I could hear him in a different room. Pigs. Suicide bomber pigs, what?
Allahu Akbar pigs?
Yeah.
Kamikaze pigs?
Well, you know what? This duck. It's, what's his name? From Sheldon from, Garfield.
Oh, and that's why Garfield got canceled.
As you can see, a vicious act has taken over.
Loggies.
We thought that freezing the water
Logistics
droid. Is it legit? So, this challenge is a bunch of crap. Usually, because it's just like ice physics. While
Nothing wrong with a good round of ice physics. What if every level was the ice level?
Well, then you'd somewhat be Croc.
That's a game I've not played in forever. Wasn't there a Croc 2?
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
Really?
Yeah,
it seemed like in this era, a lot of the second games were better.
It just, well, I mean...
Not all the time, but there were a lot of cases.
Well, cases, no!
Well, take Crash Bandicoot, for example. 2 was way better than 1.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, Croc 2 wasn't as good as, and also Banjo-Tooie wasn't as good as Kazooie. Some people will argue that I'm wrong, but, I'm not.
Nah, you're just gay.
Well, I mean... Cool.
Rip in peace.
Ferdy free. I make it sound funny because I said it wrong. Elmo speak bad English in educational show.
That's a pretty fair point. That's not really a good idea.
Yeah, but
I guess we didn't really watch a lot of Sesame Street growing up.
Oh yeah, we didn't, did we? So anyway, watch some Barney. It's like Barney's one of those.
There is no hatred stronger than that of a kid who became too old for Barney. Or basically, there's no hatred stronger than the hatred a kid has after he's too old for Barney.
Yeah, it's really weird because you go from liking it and then just absolutely despising Barney.
You wake up one morning and you're like, you know what? Frick this dinosaur.
It's just like what happens during that time. It's just.
I'll have the song go. I hate you. You hate me.
Let's
tie Barney to a tree. With a shot up the butt and a bullet in the head. Aren't you glad that dinosaur's dead? It's something like that.
Yeah, that's like the middle school. That's the middle school humor thing.
Oh man, I wonder if there's a metal version of that song. Surely someone's done it. Surely someone's like, oh yeah, you hate me. Something crazy like that.
Barney to a tree.
Let's tie Barney to a tree. Something like that.
Let's see. Bombs away. So after finding out that
you do it black metal style.
After finding out that Mike Pollock talks for Ella, the maid on
Now she just reminds me of a Gypsy from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Woo!
Oh, no!
Oh boy.
Or maybe of like Fred's mother-in-law from the Flintstones.
Just trying to finish up everything, ladies and gents. Yeah. And then you have that one voice that you might hear on one of the 50s or 60s Looney Tunes. It's a woman talking, but it's a really rough voice.
It could be that one woman from the Three Stooges.
Gosh, fellas.
Thanks a lot. Do you have to head bash those?
Yeah, unless you have the flame balls, and you don't have to, but which I have now, but No, don't hit me.
Now you're oppressed. He's impressed. With what? I don't know. But it had to be pretty good to make him cry like that.
Spongebox is pretty quotable.
Spongebox? Our grandpa used to call him Cheesehead. When we were little, when our grandfather was still alive, we'd turn SpongeBob on, we were up at their house, and he'd say, "Old Cheesehead."
And then there's that episode where they actually call him Cheesehead.
Oh, now the talking cheese is trying to preach to us. Sorry, Spartacus, I gotta move you, buddy.
Inventor droid.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, don't get sassy with me. My dog's being sassy.
What are you doing, Spartacus? Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. I didn't actually talk to her to get the first one yet. I was like, why am I getting two things? Okay.
Here.
You can try real hard and then fail again next year.
You just killed him in like 5 seconds.
I got Nintendo 64 orbs out of 64. Oh, was I killing it? No.
Was that
Sheldon.
illegal?
Was that unlegal? I gotta hurry and do this. Oh dear. Wait. What's this? And then even when you do it this way, you can move around. Ring, ring, da 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 da. Ring, ring. Dun, dun, dun. Wee.
You know what really wasn't that funny?
What?
With Minions.
I
mean, like the characters in general. I mean, they were okay in the first Despicable Me.
But then they knew. But then
background characters. But then I don't know, like 40-year-old moms and stuff grabbed on to the Minions in cringy ways.
Yeah. Like posting quotes and stuff, and then like having the Minions be in the pictures, and also there's the weird fantasies of them, and
yeah, I'm waiting for like, you know, Sims and Minions erotica crossover. I'm sure something like that exists. Rule 34 is here for a reason.
I saw some Roll 34 pictures of Frogger characters.
What the heck? They're freaking frogs.
I know, but when you have the mid 2000s designs, you know, I guess they're a little more flexible, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
He's a guy and he plays a game. Dragon's Leaves. And there's the last gem. The last gem. Ring, ring. And let's see the ending. Surely it's a happy ending, right? He's like, oh my gosh, I can't tell the time.
Oof.
Yeah, there was a weird amount of weirdly violent moments in this, like, for comedy. I'll let me be sure I got everything. Yep. 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 Here we go. I'm gonna take the long way for no reason. Just to drag it out a little bit.
Just because you're dragging it out?
Uh-huh! Alright, Spyro.
Alright, Spyro. Got the order. The speed of Ripto is only moments away, right? Right? Well,
Tell that Mila Kunis.
right through this.
Yeah, I know.
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Ripto, Japanese Spyro.
Hey, Shorty. Maybe I can help. What? You again? Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on
This
me?
power crystal.
Stand still, I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you just sealed your fate.
Did I now? Spyro. Ripto.
Spyro, we want to help you fight Ripto.
And then
Laura is using the orbs you collected to store power-up energy. Hunter will throw the powered-up orbs to you as they become ready. Even as we speak, the professor is experimenting with new forms of power-up energy, so you'll soon have abilities that no one has ever seen before.
I think you may need a little bit of the nasal spray. Of course, if you have the eternal flame balls, this is easy. Ish. Ah. Although I do like how you just... No. Hunter, maybe don't help out. Make sure that Ripto doesn't gather these things. It's actually really hard to hit him. I like how Spyro calls him Shorty, but then like he's. Well, I mean, I guess if Spyro stood, he'd be the same size as Ripto, but you know.
Yep.
Maybe he's calling him that because he's used to Nasty Nork. In his nasty Nork ways.
Giggity.
Giggity. I know it's not the right thing.
Propane.
He's got gassy breath. One thing I am trying to figure out, though, is we always complain about fart jokes and like how cheap they are and all that stuff, but then we still make fart jokes.
Yeah, but we also aren't trying to make millions of dollars as a multimedia corporation.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're not like the crux of the story of our lives. Why does Ripto act surprised every time you get that power?
Because they didn't bother making any more animations.
But he even goes, what? And they basically just replicated the second boss.
Except also added the thing. Well, actually, it's just more like the form of it is just... Because he's not like as cheap as freaking the Gulp Battle is. I think sometimes on this one might. The funny thing is this is actually easier because he's a bigger target, so you're able to hit him a little better. Oh boy! No, no, no! I've not gotten the green thing yet. Oh, the lag. The lag's actually somewhat helping right now. Bah. Okay, Hunter, you want to throw him near me now? Thank you.
Yeah, Hunter's pretty worthless. He holds back orbs from you, the orbs that he wants you to collect.
Yeah, they didn't make it very good storyline-wise.
And he's like the guys who did the bombing before D-Day. He missed the shoreline, so it made it a lot harder for them to storm the beaches of Normandy. Like, you know, there's just to bomb some things out, and they missed. That's part of why D-Day was so horrific. That's a small part of it. I don't know all the history of it.
Okay, so notice in the background. Watch Hunter in the background. Never noticed this as a kid. He like falls in the lava.
I never knew that.
Which also
So
as a
what,
kid.
Spyro's here to go Super Saiyan now?
Yeah.
With a golden
I remember
orbs?
we always skipped this cutscene. And we were like, wait, how's the floor just become lava? And just completely ignore it. It's like if we watched the cutscene, we would have known why there's no floor anymore.
You got no time for no cutscenes.
Apparently David Jaffe doesn't watch a lot of cutscenes. Because he's watching the... I mean, it's not exactly a short opening for Crash Bandicoot 4, but like it's... I mean, it's not like... But it's not very long at all. And he's like he's waiting for it to, he's like, dude, is this what you come to video games for? And it's just like, he has a really short attention span there.
If cutscenes are skippable, you shouldn't complain about them being there. It's when they're not skippable that it's okay to complain a little bit.
Yeah, I mean...
But people act like, oh, I should just immediately be in the action. Well, sorry, I like a little story.
Yeah.
Bye, Ripto.
Except you're somehow back in Spyro. Enter the garbage bin. I got a water bottle. Guidebook.
It's COD book.
COD.
COD.
I don't think we can ever thank you enough, Spyro.
Kiss.
So you have to go now?
Yeah, I better. They'll be missing me on the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
I most certainly do not.
Hunter?
What about the satisfying ending in Spyro 3? Or, well, you know, almost ending.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab them? Let me just type in the new coordinates, and there! Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores. Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back to
What about the fact that when they blink,
Well, okay.
they're not really blinking, their eyes are just getting, like, you know, smaller and then bigger, you know. Now, unlike Spyro 1, you can skip these credits. It's playing the same music and it's having the same style as the, you know, Spyro 1. Like going through a lot of the levels and showing the credits and stuff. By the way, remember when these guys were bad guys?
Well done, Spyro. Step right on into Dragon Shores Park.
Oh.
By the way, if you win 10 tokens, you can visit our theater.
A theater. Nah. No, I'm just gonna go swim here. That's all I came here for. Oh. It's called Dragon Shores. Well, there's the dragon, and then there's the dragon. But why aren't there any dragons working?
It's to commemorate all the dragons and orcs killed.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is basically the last thing you need to get. Now, I'm a little mad that 10,000 didn't have a comma. But whatever.
Shoot, I don't always put a comma in my thing.
Well, you should.
Step right up, Spyro, and take a look at what we've got for you today. Inside this here booth, you'll find some of the most vicious creatures you've ever seen.
See, this is basically it. You do some games and you can unlock a theater with movies, but that's it.
Just fall into the water below. But don't worry, you won't hurt them.
But that was the point. I want to do it. I only want to do it if they die, if they drown.
Hey, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Take this token for being such a good shot.
Okay, also Tom Kenny. Blue. And now we got those things. Earth Shaper.
This is pretty easy, isn't it? Have another
Showman Gnick. Yeah.
Wow, you really are a great.
So they had time for this, but they didn't have time to have 4 separate worlds.
Well, look how small this place is, though.
But they made entire minigames, although they did reuse assets from all over the game.
Hiya, Spyro.
Hi.
I hear you're a pretty good shot.
Not really.
I will say it's kind of neat that this is unlocked. It's definitely not something you'd see in too many games these days.
No, this would be like extra paid DLC.
Yeah, that is one thing about games from this era, is they would just have all these little extras packed in, so you had stuff to do.
You actually had a full game. Like, basically, when you pay a full price these days, you're basically paying for the graphics. Isn't that right, Showman Gunelson?
Ganasty Gnork.
So like, you know, you're paying like, okay, here's an example of how games have changed their ways. So you got Tekken, I think bowling. Yeah, I guess it's just called Tekken Bowling. And like as an extra, I can't remember if it was in 5 or if it was in I know it was in one of the PSP games I had. It was an extra mode in a PSP game I had, and I think it was also in Tekken Hybrid, which was basically Tekken Tag Tournament plus a movie. You know, Tekken Tag Tournament on PS3. And then like, it's funny because those were free features, even in a PSP game. But then in Tekken 7, it's on there as paid DLC for like $15 or something. Good norm. Oh.
Wow. Who funds this park?
Well, the dragons are probably giving us like slave wages and stuff. Gay. Weird. Straight. I don't know.
Not sure.
Why?
Ho ho! I want to cook up the turtles with you. You change your mind?
I guess Spyro might be omnisexual.
No.
Good night, Joel. No.
I remember this being quite frustrating growing up.
You know, that's you know. Wait, and how do they pay their hush-hush money for whenever accidents happen on their coasters? For letting people just ride freely?
This world doesn't have such problems. There are no such things as lawsuits.
Hey, look, I'm playing Boost Formula Sonic.
Oh.
See, like, the thing that was good about Sonic Generations...
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
The thing that was good about Sonic Generations was, well, you had more room to, you know, do stuff. You had a little more control. I still don't like the boost formula, but it's a lot better in Sonic Generations.
Boom 06.
Boom 06. Too many pages and words, not enough pages and words. I mean, you know, we got babies on the track, you know, they can potentially get hurt.
We don't need child labor laws. We were doing really well in 1906. You know, like before, when we said that kids should only have to work 40 hours a week and their parents should only have to work 1,000. Back when people didn't realize you could just leave a job if your boss is being a terrible person. Like, back when bosses thought that they could threaten their employees and that should matter somehow, as in the employees should feel scared into staying instead of just leaving.
Yeah, but he's a guy and he plays a game.
What?
It was on Game Grumps. But back in the JonTron days. What is this?
What is my life? I don't even like the Game Grumps.
Would you say you love them?
No.
Ah, the lag.
I never knew. It took me years to realize that black thing was a shadow.
Yeah.
I always thought a leaf fell or something. Just some little effect they added into the game. And then I realized that shadows weren't much of a consideration back in this era. You basically just draw a little black puddle under somebody and you were good to go.
Yeah. It was more of like a hey, watch your footing for this 3D camera.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
Ding.
Crowded, but he's the only one here. Oh.
Will you call me fat? Fee, fi, fo, fat. I taught putty tat.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny. More like Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah.
And Santa's there for 5 minutes.
I'm making it lag even more.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Rolling around at... Well, at that point, it was like, rolling around at the speed of sound.
Got places to go.
Gotta
Follow
follow
the
my
rainbow.
Gotta follow my way home. I don't know.
That's what it sounded like when I heard it growing up. I mean,
I always knew it
if
was
the
a
dude
rainbow.
would friggin' not slur his words like a drunk.
Yeah, you can't understand like half the words they say in most of those songs in Sonic. Of course, that's the case for like a lot of even like outside video game songs.
Wow, you're a nation.
Wow.
You conquered the coast. Here's my last token.
Well, what if I don't want your token? What if I want actual money?
Well, Spyro, it's your lucky day.
Good Ned.
You managed to win enough tokens to enter the famous Dragon Sword Theater. Go on in and enjoy the show.
Alright, what movie am I seeing? Am I seeing something not related to this game at all? I bet you...
Is there a full-length Spyro movie?
But, gosh, I sure would hate if it was just cutscenes. Oh, no! Cutscenes where I saw. So, yeah, it's cool. I mean, this is kind of a cool extra feature.
I am. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go.
Well,
I do it. I do it. Can you see all of me?
Look into my mystery. Step inside. On for dear life.
Do you remember me? Capture you. I'll set
You're
you
reading the
free.
lyrics.
Yes.
Anyway, that's the end of Spyro 2, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty much it. Let's pack up and go.
I mean, there's not really much else to do. You can go and screw around. If you
can get the rest of the...
save a file on top of this file, it will start out the game with the fireballs, and that makes the game go even quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you basically just sit there and just start pelting bosses and stuff with it, and, you know, just kind of works out.
Yeah.
It works out good.
It works
real
out
good.
that way. It works out. So anyway, that's the end of Spyro, and if we ever decide to do the skill points, I don't know, we may or may not do it, but till next time, like, subscribe, and bye-bye.